1-800-5800-866. Leykis 101, your ongoing on-air adult education course that teaches men how to get more tail for less money. And it teaches women, more importantly, how men think. You can call the professor with your questions or comments, even your complaints if you're pissed off at him. At 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. Bob, you're on the Tom Leykis Show.
Yeah, hi, Tom. How you doing?
All right, Bob.
I've got a dilemma here, and I need some help, Professor.
Okay.
Married man, been married going on 25 years, in my late 40s, and for the past 3 years I've been seeing a girl on and off. She's 20 years my junior, and she's married as well. We enjoy each other's company. We have a good time when we go out, and, I'm not... embarrassed to spend bucks on her. But aside from that, we've had no sexual relations.
What's the point of it?
Well, I don't know. I'm hoping something will develop out of this.
Well, but how long is it going to take?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
You know, the professor espouses the 3 strikes you're out law. That's not just the law in California. That's the law in the Leykis 101 classroom as well.
I understand.
If they don't put out in 3 dates, why are you wasting that money and time?
Yeah, I understand. And it's not a couple $100. I've really spent some serious bucks on her, and if she ever has a problem or needs anything, I'm a phone call away and I take care of it.
Where's the husband? Doesn't he have any money?
Yeah, he does. He does. But, I don't know. That's just the kind of guy I am. I think that might be my Achilles tendon there.
Oh, boy. That could be your downfall right there.
Yeah.
And in fact, it sometimes has the opposite effect. It could be why she doesn't put out.
Ah, that's a very valid point.
It could be that she figures that she's got this steady stream of revenue coming in. Mm-hmm. For that, she gives you a little bit of time, hangs out with you, gives you hope, strings you along, and then she can go home with a clear conscience, knowing that she never screwed around on her husband. It's the perfect world for a woman. Let me tell you something, Bob. Let me talk to you about the Ken doll for a second. You know the Ken doll, like Barbie and Ken?
Right, yep.
The Ken doll is a woman's wet dream. Do you know why?
Why is that?
He looks perfect, dresses great. Clearly he's got money and drives a great car, and he's got no genitalia. That is what women dream of.
Yeah.
The Ken doll was made that way for a reason. Mm-hmm. That is what little girls want when they grow up. A guy will spend money on them, look great, and never demand anything in return. Mm-hmm. You've become the Ken doll, Bob.
Yeah, I think you're right, Tom.
So, Bob, you know what you have to do?
What do I have to do, Tom?
Dump that bitch.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's we're good friends, and I would just
Bob, would you still be good friends if you didn't spend any money on it?
I'm sure we would.
Are you sure?
I'm 95% sure.
95? You're only 95% sure.
Well, 99 and 33, 100%.
Why don't you just tell her that you don't think that's a good idea to be spending all that money? I'll tell you what. Let's do it this way. Let's find out if she's really your friend. You tell her that you've been thinking about it. She's married, and really her financial issues are her husband's responsibility.
Right.
Not yours. Mm-hmm. You're married, and that's your wife is your responsibility.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Why don't you try saying that to her and see if she still wants to see you?
That's a very valid point. When I met her, I wasn't out looking to meet a companion.
Uh-huh.
It just happened. We met each other one night in a bar, and we started talking, and we hit it off, and, we've been seeing each other off and on, for the last 3 years almost.
Uh-huh. Right. But guess what? She's got the best of both worlds. She's got the husband. Mm-hmm. She's having sex with him.
Right.
She's got you, giving her attention. Women are attention whores.
Right.
You're spending money on her.
Oh, you're damn straight.
And she gets to go home and say, I've never screwed around, honey. Now, what have you bought for her, if you don't mind my asking?
What have I bought for her?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Diamond pendant, diamond bracelet, precious gem bracelet.
And her husband is such a dope, he doesn't even realize that she's wearing all this expensive jewelry. Mm-hmm.
Gucci watch, pearl necklace. and I've spent some money on her personally, and something else too. I've taken out an insurance policy in my
What?
name with her as a beneficiary.
Why?
Oh, I just want to, call me stupid, call me a crazy, kooky, nutty guy, but I've got feelings for her, and I just, if I'm not around in 20 years, I just want to make sure she's taken care of.
Bob. Where's her husband in all this?
Yeah, he's home.
Yeah. Does he have a life insurance policy?
He probably does. I'm quite sure they do.
Yeah, uh-huh. Does he buy her things?
I'm quite sure he does.
Uh-huh.
She doesn't. She never, discusses it.
She owns half his house.
Mm-hmm.
Food, utilities, all paid for.
Right.
Any kids?
No.
She doesn't have any kids.
No.
Do you have kids?
No, I do not.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And your wife, what, is a bitch?
No, I love my wife. My wife is very sweet.
You love your wife, but you've taken out an insurance policy to insure some other guy's wife.
Well, my wife has said, too, don't get me wrong, I didn't leave my wife out in the cold either.
Why is this your responsibility?
So what do you think I should do? Just tell her politely, hey.
If she's really your friend, you're
Right.
going to tell her that you've been thinking about it and, you're both married to other people, and your responsibility is your wife.
Mm-hmm.
And her responsibility is her husband.
Mm-hmm. Now here's the other kicker. This is like the fly in the ointment. I'm not supposed to know that she's married. All along she's telling me she has a boyfriend, but I know that she's married.
How do you know?
Well, unfortunately, her one of her parents passed on a couple years ago, and I was going to go back home, for the services, the funeral and the mass and all that, and then looking into it, at the time I found out that she was married. So
how did you find out?
Well, it was.
Did you hire a private investigator? How did you find out?
It was very easy. All I did was call the town that we both come from originally, and speak to the people at the local paper, and ask for the obituary people, and they said, no, we don't have Joe Blow, but we have Joe Smith. And I said, well, where does Joe Smith live? And they gave me the address and everything, and I said, well, okay. So then I realized that she was married with a different name.
Really?
Yes.
So she's been lying to you, too.
Mm-hmm.
So you have been supporting a woman who is secretly married to someone else. And she's been lying to you.
This sounds like a James Bond episode.
And now you have to lie and pretend you don't know she's lying to you. And she's never put out.
Yep, you're right.
Well, and it's not just my advice anymore, Bob. I think all of America agrees with me when we say,
dump that bitch. All right, Tom. Blow me up, buddy.
Here you go, Bob.
Dump that bitch.
God. I don't know. I don't get that. Put it this way. If you're getting that involved, that you're spending that much money, you should be dying of a heart attack. You know what I'm saying? Because you're getting so much sex that you just completely, you just die. You just die right there. That's it. That's you. When you spend that kind of money, that's you. After, you're getting so much sex, you just go right down. Just like that. God damn. That's one of those stories that unpeels like an onion. You know what I'm saying? There's layer after layer. I'll be talking to him. Eventually he's going to say, he's also supporting the boyfriend. He's also supporting half the town. He's also the hell is that? And no sex. The professor is dumbfounded.
100. 500.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, how you doing there?
All right, Matt.
Oh, yeah, how you doing?
It's the second time now I'm all right, and you have the radio on, and that's why you keep repeating yourself.
Well, can you hear? Am I on the radio now?
Well, I'll tell you what, if you turn off the radio, I'll tell you.
Okay. I'm on the radio.
Yes.
All right.
The Tom Leykis Show.